They say that even a second is an eternity in Formula One, so going 4 winter months with no racing at all has seemed a very long time indeed. We're back though in Melbourne, home of the Australian Grand Prix since 1996. We go racing today then in the state of Victoria, where the drivers have 16 corners and 3.3 miles to navigate at an average lap speed of around 120 miles an hour. The close proximity of the barriers makes accidents inevitable, and recent history shows us that a safety car is not at all out of the question. It's not going to be plain sailing for our drivers today, although with the sky falling as it is, perhaps sailing isn't too far from the truth. Anthony Davidson, could be a wet one today. Great to have you with us. What are your thoughts?
It is a touch damp, isn't it? Well, as a driver, there are 3 big things to worry about when racing in these kind of conditions: standing water, tyre temperature and visibility. Judging distance to the cars around you is really tricky when you're driving through the vast amounts of spray that these wet weather Pirelli tyres kick up.
Keep your eyes open on the run to turn 1 and keep it clean. We want to come out in one piece. Good luck.
So before the off, let's remind ourselves of yesterday's qualifying session with a look at the starting grid. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he starts from pole position, with Daniel Ricciardo slotting in alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Vettel, Hamilton, Felipe Massa and Rosberg, Raikkonen, Gutierrez, Alonso and Roman Grosjean.
So we're on the grid, guys, for the first round for the 2016 Season 2 of our live career mode on YouTube, and we are streaming right now. And what a glorious way to start Season 2, with a bit of rain in the air, heavy rain throughout the whole race, and it may get lighter as we go along. Now, one thing I saw in a video on in an AOR League race on the Xbox side, they ran quite a lot less fuel on there, so it was interesting to see that, and I'm going to do that, have less fuel in the car, keep it in lean, because you know the car doesn't like fuel rich mix around here in the rain, so I'm definitely going for this under fueling for the first time ever in the series. And I'm just going to quickly show you guys the setup. If you want to use it, feel free to do so in your career modes or online experience. It's entirely up to you, but this wouldn't really work for the wet conditions, so we'll see how we go in this one. 29 laps. This should be interesting as we're going to go onto the grid for the start of the Australian Grand Prix. We are under fueled, remember, so we'll see how this goes as we set off on the formation lap.
Okay, our system checks are good. We need to stay in formation and start bringing the car up to temperature, please. Get some load into the tyres and work the brakes. We want them nice and warm by the end of the lap.
Yeah, it's only a bit of rain, guys, don't worry. It's only a little puddle. As I say that, nearly lost the car there. I've got no force feedback, but I really can't be bothered to change it right now. We're just going to go YOLO into this because I don't want any delays with this stream after having the D3D error issue yesterday when trying to attempt this race. And then in the AOR League race, absolutely everything was fine. No issues whatsoever, so I didn't even do anything. So interesting to see how we cope here this evening around Australia. But tomorrow we'll be back to normal with the 2 streams of the full qualifying for the Bahrain Grand Prix, which I'm really looking forward to doing, considering yesterday I had a league race around there, so definitely exciting to drive that track and see how we can go in that one. I'm also in that episode, guys, going to leave a poll, 2 polls for times of what you guys would like me to start at, because you know I like to do some really weird times. So what I'm going to do for the rest of the series is stick to fixed times throughout the whole series, so you know when it's going to be and when to come along. So I'm going to leave the polls in the next episode of especially the qualifying one. So I'll keep you informed, guys, of when I'm going to be streaming that. It will be full qualifying, so Q1, Q2 and Q3, may include a little bit of practice as well, so we'll see on there. And a lot of you are asking what the D3D error is. It's basically the direct 3D device, which is part of the graphics card, and for some strange reason on this game alone it doesn't like it at times, but in any other game I've got it's fine. Like any current games I've got, iRacing or all the F1 games or anything that came out this week, for example, that I've got, it's fine. So I don't know what's going on with my game, but a lot of people have complained about it on the forums. So, and I just updated the graphics card as well, so hopefully that can fix the issue, hopefully. Fingers crossed. But we're going to line up on the grid then in 11th place, and I've actually just realised what I've just done as Grosjean just comes into his slot there. I got ahead of Grosjean for some reason, so we'll see how it goes then. We're just waiting for the last few cars on the grid, and as you can see, we're still at Toro Rosso. I forgot to mention that because it didn't ask me to change teams or whatnot, so we're going to stay with Toro Rosso. When an offer comes in, we'll make that decision by you guys. We'll decide what we do in the future. But anyway, it's now time for the Australian Grand Prix. The lights are on. Let's start Season 2, hopefully get to the end of this race, praying that we do. And it's away. Just do some short shifts, just keep it going. Oh, and he lost the back end and he went to Button as well. But I'm taking this nice and slowly. We've been hit from behind, but we just keep it on there. Just give a little tap to Button. But I'm taking this slowly right now. Tricky conditions, no assists. The rain is not what you want. Straight down to lean. So I'm just going to keep it easy into this tricky part of the track. And we managed to hold off. Or I would say that, but Gutierrez has the inside and he gets the position done. And we've got some yellow flags. I don't know what's happened behind, but some stuff's happened. I think there's a pile-up. I think someone's crashed out. But we're just going to take it nice and easy, guys. Just going to have a nice rhythm. I haven't done a single wet lap round here, around Australia, which is quite a surprise, if I'm honest, but we'll see how we go at the minute. So I'm just going to take it easy. We've got a underfueled car, but the main goal is to finish this race, and we've got to get 9th as well, so definitely something we need to think about as well. Hopefully I can try and get these tyres to stay out as long as possible, hopefully before the intermediate weather comes into play. As it did say, we're going to get light rain in the last 2 parts of this race, as you saw on the strategy guide, so definitely something to think about. But as you can see, starting to get back into that groove, and we're catching slowly to the pack, so nothing too serious at the minute. As Verstappen sets to 50.3, as we get onto the power straight away. So far, a mixed half of the lap, I would say. First half was a bit mixed, but the second half, very happy to keep the car in one piece. Very cleanly as well. As I said, going to take it nice and smooth to start off with. Got Hulkenberg behind, who apparently I've heard in the last 10 minutes before I started streaming is apparently going to join Renault next season, which is a bit baffling, but I wonder what you guys think in the comments about that. But apparently he's signed a 3-year deal with Renault for the 2017 season onwards, so we'll be interested to see how Renault do next season. But let me know in the comments below what you think to that on there. Apparently it's going to be all signed and delivered tonight, the contract. And it opens the door to Force India, so Pascal Wehrlein maybe. He has he's had testing experience with them, so you never know. I can't think of anyone else who would go into that Force India seat. Yep, it's true. Apparently he's signing a 3-year contract. It's spinning in the media all day, but apparently there's been clarification that he will. But yeah, don't worry guys about the fuel. If you're thinking why am I like minus 2 laps, I've done it for strategy reasons. Lighter car in a wet track gives you a bit more grip, and there's no point in standard or lean, standard or rich, because you just burn up the rears. I'm going to try and save a pit stop as well, because if you stay out on rich mix, you'll have to pit. It's telling me to pit twice in this one, but I'm going to try and do 1 stop if I can. I think the 1 stop will be ideal. Go onto the inters. So I will be asking Jeff at points of this race to inform me when it's going to get drier, well, lighter, so I can stick the inters on. But the strategy is to stay out as long as possible until the track gets deemed for intermediates. But at the minute, just playing it cool. Tyre wear's not too bad at the minute, only 6%, 6-7%. So go up to standard just for the straights. We have got a bit of more wing, so that's definitely going to help us in this middle sector as we've gone purple. So we're going to go back down to lean now for this end of the lap, which is mainly medium to low traction corners. And the treacherous final corner, which I despise very much on this game. As we've got a bit of a traffic jam up ahead here, I think being led by a Williams, so definitely Williams and Haas will be my rivals this season, maybe McLaren as well. So we'll have to see if that's the case come
Be staying with us for a while now, at least a 20-minute window of heavy rain.
So we've got 20 minutes of this, so that's definitely what I did not want right now, but as long as we keep this pace up, I would be happy with a top 5. That is my goal. So
Shift up through the gears earlier, it may help save more fuel.
we can just keep this pace up. Hopefully the guys in front will pit twice, and we'll stay out obviously till intermediates. Should be able to get a top 5 from this. From a bit of a poor qualifying, I've got to admit that the setup didn't feel right for the Toro Rosso, so
Ahead is 0.9 seconds.
I think it needed just a little bit less downforce, I feel. But that was for the dry weather, but this rain is actually helping me here. The high downforce that I'm running right now is really helping me right now. A minute, just chilling right now, so hopefully tomorrow, guys, full qualifying will resume. You may be thinking, why wasn't there qualifying if you just joined? The game for some reason stuck me straight into the paddock, and unfortunately couldn't change it to full qualifying, so I will change that, guys, hopefully for the next episode in Bahrain, so fingers crossed for that. And we've got a giveaway as well at the end of this race, so you need to be listening very carefully, because from this lap onwards I'm going to be thinking of names. So it could be on the board, the sponsoring advertisements, could be what Jeff's saying or what I'm talking about, so keep an eye out, keep an ear out, a listen out for anything that I say, because it could be on there. And if you're new around here, guys, as I always say, make sure to subscribe as well. We're now under 200 subs now. I think we're like 198, I think 192 subs away now from hitting the 6-figure mark. I think, no, the 5-figure mark, sorry. Don't know why I said that. The 5-figure mark of 10,000 subscribers, which would be absolutely amazing for someone who's doing all this work on his own really now, independently. And having fun and not really taking YouTube very seriously at the minute, I'm going to be honest. Doing collaborations and stuff, just want to do my own bit of work. It is good to do this and do something different with the career mode. A lot of people are doing, you know, highlighted videos and stuff and not showing off all the action, if that makes any sense. Yes, I know a lot of you prefer that, but the live experience makes it fun for me, because if we crash out, for example, or we get a penalty, we don't restart, we just get on with it. It's real life racing, it's what happens. It's a bit of fun, so that's all that matters to a career mode. And I like streaming as well. It's a lot of fun to do, gets you guys interactive with this series, like picking my team when we get to that situation, what upgrades I go for, what tyre strategy to go for as well, and asking you whether to pit or not or stay out. I love having that interaction with you guys as well, and there's going to be a lot more interaction in this series in terms of votes, so I'm going to be doing Twitter votes, I'm going to be doing straw polls and stuff like that for certain things, which I'm really looking forward to. Except for the career mode, Nick. Thank you for that. I mean, prior to the career mode, I really didn't ask anyone for co-ops or collaborations and stuff like that, but we'll see how we go. Already 6 laps into this race. It's a bit of a cheeky lock-up, but nothing too serious. I suppose it's starting to catch up now to this train, but I'm happy with the gap that we've got. Just in case if there's a crash, we can avoid it, because they are getting a bit close, I will say, at the front here, but we're setting some good times. We've got a nice gap behind Hulkenberg, so I'm definitely happy with the pace right now. We're just outside the points. As you can see there, Jenson Button's holding that 10th place. Let's just check the tyres right now. 12% all round, 6 laps in. It's looking good, guys. In these wet conditions. Got a good exit here. We're into the slipstream of Grosjean for the first time this race. Oh, we just make a little bit of contact with Grosjean, who went really slowly for that corner. Just broke really later than him. I just took the normal braking line, but didn't really spot Grosjean. I think we've got a little bit of damage. Not too much. I think we lost a little bit of the front right end plate, but nothing too serious. The grip feels fine, but definitely a bit of a scare there from us. I'm just going to check. Oh, the wing's fine actually. So that's a very big surprise there. Very, very surprised. We survived basically. That. Someone's just mentioned in the chat, I don't know if you are talking about this career mode or in real life, but saying Manor will jump Williams. Is that true? I will be very surprised if that is the case. That could be that could be like my moment of the stream there, hearing the fact that Manor may be ahead of Williams next season. But yeah, someone's just mentioned about Jenson Button. He's taking a sabbatical, the option of coming back in 2018, but if I'm honest, I think it's just saying, I think he's going to retire, if I'm honest. So we're back to the same corner where we had the bit of the incident with Grosjean, so I'm going to brake a bit earlier this time round, and Bottas is actually holding up this train of the 2 Hasses and the 2 McLarens and a Toro Rosso. And we're going to beat Sainz, which is definitely one, but we're going to try and go for an cheeky little inside move on Grosjean maybe. So we get that inside and we get the move done. So there's 1 place done. Go up to standard just to see if we can get back up to that Honda. That McLaren has massively improved over the season, which is good to see. I am a bit of a McLaren fan. I would like to see them up there again. So it is good to see them fighting in the top 10 for points. Grosjean's looking a bit shifty right now. He's going to try and maybe go for a move. Just doesn't get it done on the inside. No lunge from him. So far everything is looking good. Just got to stay within at least 30 seconds or so of the leaders if we're going to have any chance of winning it. But obviously I've said at the start, I'm not really going for a win here. I'm going to just get into the points, try and do one better we did last season, which I think was 8th place or 7th if I recall from the first race we did. So we need to be thinking about that. But a lot has changed since that first race in August with the AI, especially the AI being a lot more aggressive on this latest patch, which I think you guys saw in Brazil, for example, what happened. They seem to be slow in this last sector. It might just be because Bottas is in the leading the train. That's a good exit there from us. Button's just getting that quadruple slipstream.
Pace and fuel settings, we won't have enough fuel for the end of the race. Consider lowering the fuel mix.
Just trying to get a good exit here. On the power, we're going to go up to Rich. See if we can get a good run here on Jensen. Just a bit early, just in case of Button braking just a bit earlier than normal. Shift to the third just to save a bit of rear traction, a bit of wheel spin.
The radar suggests that this heavy rain will be with us for a while now.
So we're just checking Jeff for the weather update.
Is 0.5 seconds.
It's a short shift there. Button's had a bad exit there, went over the curb. We go up to Rich, take the chance now.
Switching to an alternate strategy. Do you want to change or stick to plan A?
So we've got a strategy from Jeff. We take the inside on Jensen Button, and we're into the points.
Copy that.
Jeff told me to pit on lap 11. That's not going to be the case, I'm afraid. Definitely not what we need to do. As I've lost my stream on my iPad, definitely not what I want to see. This Button's going for a move actually on us into turn 1. Oh, and Button's just tapped us there. Got away with it though. I was turning into the corner. Gotta give space to Grosjean. Button's, oh god, that was too deep, and Grosjean's going to get us. So Button's AI once again.
Heavy rain to stay a while.
Oh well.
Doesn't look like it's moving anytime soon.
Definitely not what I wanted there, but oh. And I absolutely forgot. I've just heard Vettel going over the microphone there in my headphones, so I do apologise, guys, for that. Do apologise for that. I don't know if it actually came up who subscribed, but if it didn't and it was just the Vettel sound, then that would be really appreciated if you guys let me know about that. To say I'm only a second off the pace as well of the leaders, I will definitely take that. But did it come up though? That's the question, guys. I want to know if the sub thing came up, because I think I know what to do now. But we've got to get past Grosjean. We want to be in the points. We've gone purple in the last sector, definitely. Oh, and God, Grosjean again. Just brakes early for 1. What is he doing?
We're seeing minor damage to the front wing. Be easy on the car.
Why do the AI brake so early?
Is making this worse.
So annoying. Why do they brake so early? Like, oh, I don't know.
The team want you to shift up through the gears earlier. They think it'll save fuel.
I honestly have no idea why the AI. They're aggressive, but they're slow into the braking corners at certain points. It's something that needs to be addressed. I'm sorry, but luckily with simulation damage, I thought that would be game over, if I'm honest. But that's just frustrating right there. Just the sound, okay, thank you guys. something I need to look into. Still got to continue though, I'm not really too bothered about the wing at the minute.
This heavy rain will last around 15 minutes, after which we should see a transition to light rain. Okay, distance to teammate, 7.1 seconds.
So the strategy said lap 14 to pit. So if it's 15 minutes, I'm kind of expecting them to pit early for the wet tyre and then another pit stop for inters. That's what I'm thinking is going to happen, so I may have to call this bluff and try and stay out as long as possible now.
Right, some information on Grosjean. They have an issue with their car. They're going to be slow.
And that's definitely what I wanted to hear, saying Grosjean's got issues with his car. Obviously not to do with me, of course. Wink wink. Still 0.5 off from where we were at the start of the race.
Okay, the gap behind is
Oh, that was a big...
2.4
just about there. We've got a yellow flag actually. Someone's gone off at the chicane. There could be a safety car here. Or at least a virtual safety car because there's a pile-up at the chicane. I would be surprised if there isn't one, but I would love one to pop out just right now. I don't think that's going to happen. So I think everyone's clear of it now, which is a shame. We've got 26% basically. We've got the fastest lap as well for us, on with a bit of damaged wing, so that's definitely something I'm happy with. Yeah, the problem was with the baguette. Agreed. It's all about taking it smooth right now. Shouldn't have gone over the curbs there.
Okay, gap ahead is 9.6 seconds.
So we've got 9.5 seconds to catch up to Gutierrez, and Bottas and Alonso I think are still in that train fighting over, which I think is 8th place. So we're coming slowly to half distance now, guys. Ricciardo now sets a 43.8. Getting to that pit window now of if they will pit. So that's going to be interesting if they do, considering it is slowly getting drier. Well, I say that, but it's still heavy rain, but the track is not getting puddled right now.
Of this heavy rain left, after which we should see light rain conditions.
So I'm going to try and stay out if I can right now. Little funny stat for you guys. When I first attempted this, my game crashed on this lap. When I first attempted this yesterday, so if we get past this lap, we've achieved something today. But I don't think, for some strange reason, the game does not like me driving around here in the wet.
15 minutes till we see this heavy rain ease up into light rain.
Thank you, Jeff. So we get past this lap, guys. We're into unknown territory. Love seeing the things in the what I'm seeing in chat right now. It's funny.
Front is 9.8 seconds.
So Verstappen currently leading right now. Definitely Red Bull are the ones to watch out for this season for the Constructors' Championship, but we've got some massive upgrades coming for Bahrain. As actually I can see people in the pit lane, so this is definitely the time, guys, to stay out, don't you think? I'm going to stay out. We're not going to get ahead of this car. I don't know who that is.
So is in the pit lane.
I think it's Vettel. Vettel's come back out on a set of the wet tyres. Obviously, they're not going to be up to temperature yet. So we're staying out. Tyres are still good. Just run a little bit wide. But obviously we're not fighting with Vettel in this one. Got a yellow flag for some reason, as Jenson Button, who was just behind us, is out of this race. And what can I say? The safety car is out, boys.
We think there's a viable strategy change available to us. Would you like to keep to the current plan, or
I really don't know what to do. I want to pit for a new wing, or stay out.
drop your speed? Our delta is too low and we risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately. Understood.
So I don't know what to do. Guys, what should I do? Pit or stay? Because if I pit, I can do my wing. Because I know some people will pit. I need to know right now. Yeah, you know what? Fresh wing. Not going to hurt anyone, is there? We'll pit anyway.
Drive-through penalty. You have a drive-through penalty.
Huh? What? What? I was in the pit lane. Oh, for God's sake. I was in the bloody pit lane.
Carlos is in the pits.
Why would I pit for Inters? That's just silly. I should have stayed out. And it didn't even change wing.
No more scheduled pit stops.
It did not let me change my front wing. Are you serious, game? Right now. God's sake. Seriously, this game is trolling me right now, I tell you. I was in the pit lane and I got a penalty for speeding in the pace car. I mean, that's not right. Oh. But what's even worse, the guys did not change my front wing, and I set it to yes. Can someone explain that to me? And I'm gonna be absolutely screwed over here. I'll tell you who had this issue. ACR Raven last night in the AOR race has exactly got the same problem as I did. I pitted, didn't change my wing. He changed his wing. He wanted to change his wing, and the game never did it for him. And if I pit again, it will do the same thing. No, we're not doing blame Jeff. We're blaming Cody's for this. Not for the speeding thing, for the drive-through, because according to what you guys are saying, is it's not till the pit limiter line, which I didn't know about. So thanks for letting me know about that. I'll remember that for next time. But the front wing issue, we're blaming Cody's for that. I have no idea why he did that. I mean, that's cost me. I mean, I could have a nice front wing, battle with the guys through the field. Oh, it's annoying so much. Let's get a hashtag pray for Littlemore right now, guys, in the chat. Pray for Ryan. And GG Cody's as well. Let's do those 2 hashtags. The pit speeding one I'll take on the chin for not knowing it's at the pit limiter line that the thing goes. So I didn't know about that, and now I'm getting a warning for going too far back. I'm catching up now, so... Well, no, it's not that. You can change it. You can change your wing.
They're speeding up again, so I expect they fixed whatever the problem was.
So annoying this is. I'll accept pray for Bottlemore as well. What a mad start to this. Just as I needed this. No, they should fix the wing, because Raven had this issue. And the option is on, so to change your wing, even if it's at yellow, you can still change it. And I really wish it was Inces right now.
We need to stay on this tyre a bit longer, but there's no question that the track is drying. We might be in a position to change soon.
See, that's interesting from Jeff right there. It is close to intermediate territory. I mean, the track on the dry line looks like it's wet. Is enough for intermediates at the minute, but offline it's bad right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drive into the pits once the safety car comes in, do my drive-through, get it out of the way. Once the pack's all close, try and catch up, pit for Inters, and just try and get something out of this race. Because we're going to be stone dead last, if I'm honest. Just get as close to Alonso, pit, once we go green, into the pits. So we've still got, what, 10 laps, 11 laps to go. I could try and get something out of this, but I think the points is out of the question now. Unless people have got issues as Alonso. Don't know what he's doing there. So, oh, as it's coming in this lap, so I'm going to pit this lap for the drive-through right now.
Let's make sure those tyres are up to temperature, and remember there is no overtaking until the first safety car line. Stay in position until...
So once we go green, I'm going in. If that is possible, of course. I'm not too sure if we can do that. So here we go then. I'm going to go green, and I'm going to dive into the pits. Well, hopefully dive into the pits if it lets me.
I'm expecting the rain to get better in around 5 minutes. Light rain in 5 minutes' time.
I don't think I can go in the pits, so I'm going to stay out for a lap and then come in. So let's go racing. Just need to build the gap.
So the gap to our teammate is 3.7 seconds.
And I'm going to go into Rich as well for the first time this race. Absolutely flooring it right now. Got to get the gap now. I've got to absolutely go for it.
Our gap behind is 1
That's the worry I've got to think about. Is that back end sliding out like a salmon? But who cares now? We're just going to go for it. We're just going to push. We've got 2 laps to do my drive through. That's fine. I'll stay out another lap actually, we'll go for another lap. I just need to get the gap behind at the back of the field to a decent gap, so that when I go in I should be at the back of the field, or get somewhere not too far away. If that makes any sense. Just got to get on the power now. Let's get that move on. But at least we've gone further than before. And we could actually get a race done in this career mode. This is definitely what we want right now. Oh, just a bit of a lock up there, but we've gone purple in that middle sector. That's definitely what I want. Got a nice run here on Alonso. We're going to go into lean. Trying to go for a move there on Alonso, but just wasn't worth it. But we've got to go into this lap. So we're going to lean for now, save a bit of fuel. But we'll go into the pits now for our drive-through. One that I'll have to remember for next time. We get that absolutely spot on there. We will be at the back as Ricciardo is out of this race. That's a big name out. That's a massive name. So I wonder where that is. I don't think the safety car is going to come out for this, but we're not far off the back actually, because they're just coming out of turn 1, so not far off there, as expected. We're not last, which is the main priority, as Ricciardo's parked it just there.
In the next part of the track, no overtaking through the yellow flags.
So we're not far off the pack, so we really need to get this intermediate strategy absolutely spot on if we're going to get something out of this. So I'm going to have to think about when to pit for the intermediates. We might not even need inters, I think. Well, actually it could be, if I'm honest.
The gap to the car ahead is 8.7 seconds.
Oh, that was a bit weird. Right, we'll get the inters ready just in case. We've got. Oh, hello, guys. We've got a massive crash up ahead. Massive crash. Oh, had to do that. Massive part of that's got to be a safety car, surely. That has to be a safety car.
Places down on Carlos.
That has to be. I'm sorry, but
Is clear. Green flag.
oh, the game doesn't want me to do well here. But that was, I've never seen that, a part of that magnitude. But we've gained a shed load of positions, I'll take that. I had to take drastic action though. But that was ridiculous, like... That would have to be a safety car. I don't know if I was Charlie Whiting, if he was drunk or something there. I didn't even see that, but that had to be a safety car, or a virtual safety car at least. You know what, guys? I might go on inters. I might bite the bullet here and go on to the intermediates.
Light rain will stay with us for at least 20 minutes, maybe more. Light rain is here to stay. Our gap to the car in front is 13.3 seconds.
It's just getting that light now, and the track looks damp. So it may be time for the inters. Just trying to see if anyone's pitting. Not yet. Still got to continue, and then I'll pit next lap. I just think it's that time. I think we'll pit this lap. Oh, just made the corner there. Just
not a perfect situation, but I don't think we have cause to move on to a different tyre yet.
No, until Jeff says that. You know what I might do, guys? I might stay out. Take the bullet and just stay out. Try and get something from this. Points. If it's 30 seconds a pit stop, 26, 27, 28 seconds, and with only 7 laps to go, it might just be the bullet.
They're slowing down. It seems like there's some kind of problem with their car.
I don't know what you guys think, but I could stay out and just hold it if I can. Because you've got to remember, 30 seconds is a lot of time in the pit lane. And the gap, if I catch up to Bottas, which I am doing by quite some margin, it's now 13 seconds, so that's about, what, 16 seconds? I mean, they're not pitting yet, they're staying out. I'm just thinking, I might as well take the bullet and just, you know... If that makes any sense. It's not inters, I can definitely tell you that. So I'm catching up to Bottas and whoever's in that battle with him. Ooh, what? I don't want to do that. That's what we want to do. I'm just thinking about pit stops being 30 odd seconds. If I catch up to Bottas, he pits. It's going to be a bit of a massive challenge, so I may take the gamble.
Burned off our excess fuel. We'll be back on target soon. Don't wait too long to turn the engine down. VSC deployed.
Oh,
The
lovely.
virtual safety car has been deployed. We need to keep a positive delta here. Slow down, maintain a positive delta. Okay, slow down, slow down. Your delta is negative.
It's Alonso.
You're too fast. Reduce your pace.
I could pit actually now, you know.
There's 5 laps of fuel remaining.
don't. Please, I'm praying that the virtual safety car doesn't come in. It ends.
Virtual safety
Oh, it's
car is
ending. Bollocks.
Maintain your pace until the green flag. VSC ending. Wait for green. Green flag. Green flag. We're racing again.
Speaking of the devil, Alonso's out of the race. So we move up to 14th. I should have pitted. If that safety car lasted a bit longer, I definitely would have pitted, but no point now. Might as well bite the bullet. We have got a fresher set of tyres, remember, so might as well give it our best shot, eh? See, the gap's 9 seconds to Palmer. It's got to keep going right now. You're only 9 seconds behind now of that train.
Gap to the car behind is 5.2 seconds.
I just got to hope they pit. But no one's pitting. Just move to the right, just save a little, get some temperature there. Oh, that Vettel sound has just knocked me off. Bollocks. Come on, keep your posure, Ryan, come on. I will be very surprised if anyone pits now.
Okay, gap ahead is 9.1 seconds. There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
Yep, blame the new sub wherever it is. I don't know who it is. We're gaining time on Palmer. Just want to see, it says Verstappen pits for Inters right now. But to be fair, considering we had a drive-through penalty under a safety car, to where we are, it's an achievement, but not where I want to be, of course. So we've only got 3 laps to go.
Rate is 16.5 seconds.
We are catching them slowly. I wonder if anyone's going to take the gamble and go into the Inters. Because the AI can be a bit silly and go onto the Inters at the end. Or onto the wets or whatever. With like 2 laps to go. So it can happen. But I am catching up to Jody and Palmer. He's in my grasps. Remember guys, we have got that fresher set of wets, so All these cars are going to be struggling for grip right now. It's just who blinks is the question. If anyone does, is the question. I don't think anyone's going to, you know, I've got a feeling. Just got to hope and pray they pit on this next lap.
Gap to car in front is 5.2 seconds. We have 2 laps of fuel remaining.
So let's hope and pray, guys, that the AI pit this lap. But it just shows that we have got the pace in these intermediate weather conditions right now, but not the best of starts to my second season of career mode. Just a very tricky track for me in the wet. Not my strongest track on the game. As Verstappen starts the final lap, and no one's coming in, I can see on the map, which is definitely not what I wanted to see. So it looks like we're going to be staying where we are, boys. Everyone's staying out, unfortunately. So this most likely is going to be our finishing position. So remember, guys, to stay at the end of the episode when I say goodbye to anyone who's watching this back. If you're watching it live, stay to the end where I'll be revealing the word where 3 of you will be in with a chance of winning some prizes. So oh, imagine if we have a D3D error now. Don't jinx it now, guys. Come on, we don't want to jinx it. We've got the blinking light, so I'll have to surrender, I think. Hunting down Palmer.
Some information on Alonso. It seems they fixed whatever the problem was. They're coming back up to speed.
But we'll have to head to Bahrain tomorrow and see how we go. We're just going to play it safe now and get this car to the end of the race. So not the best of races, I'm going to be honest, from my end. A bit disappointing, as Max Verstappen is the first winner of Season 2 of Career Mode as he wins for Red Bull. A great drive from him, pole to finish. Pole to flag, actually. We, unfortunately, were on course for some points, but had some incidents along the way. And a drive-through penalty, which I didn't really know about the rules of that. But to come back to 14th from last is pretty good, I've got to say. I think it was the wise decision not to pit for Inters, but we're going to come home in 14th. Not the best of races, but we'll take it on the chin. We'll move forward with this, learn from our mistakes, but we come through the 14th place.
Well, I hope we can do better than that at the next race.
And oh well.
Brilliant stuff from Red Bull today. What a superb victory. And I have to wonder, Anthony Davidson, just what set them apart from the competition here.
It was a question of right place, right time today. We were looking at an entirely different race before the safety car came out, but they were able to take full advantage after the field had been bunched up.
And I can see now the drivers are making their way out. We need Red Bull fighting at the front. They do an incredible amount for Formula One. And that's another winner's trophy heading back to Milton Keynes.
So there we go then, Max Verstappen on the top of the podium. Great to see the little youngster. on there with Raikkonen second and Rosberg getting the third one. So I want to see some bottle guys in the chat right now for that. So whilst we wait for the end of the episode where you guys will have a chance of winning some goodies tonight, we'll get ready for that.
This round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the Drivers' Table. Max Verstappen takes over the lead of the Drivers' Championship after that excellent result. Now then, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
Well, Jolyon Palmer did a great job coming through the field today, so my vote goes to him.
And here's how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Ferrari moved to the top of the table. There'll be plenty more twists and turns to come this season. I hope you can join us at the next race to see just who will come out on top.
So Palmer surprisingly gets driver of the day, which is interesting. But anyway, here's the results then of the British Grand Prix. As I said, Verstappen wins by nearly 8 seconds from Kimi Raikkonen with Rosberg third, Hamilton in fourth. The world champion from first season, Sebastian Vettel, down to 5th, with Massa 6th, Sergio Perez in 7th, Gutierrez in 8th, our teammate Sainz in 9th, and Rio Haryanto, guys, got the last points playing position, so definitely exciting for Manor on there, with Bottas in 11th, Hulkenberg 12th, Palmer 13th, me in 14th, Verline 15th, Nasser 16th, Grosjean down in 17th, which is good for our rival challenge, Alonso 18th, Ericsson 19th, and the 3 retirements from the race, Kevin Magnussen, Daniel Ricciardo and Jenson Button. And what does that mean for the Drivers' Championship? It's just what the race results are, so we won't go through them for you guys. But for the Constructors, we are in 7th place with 2 points, as Ferrari lead the way by 1 point with Red Bull in 3rd on 25, with Williams on 8, Force India was 6, Haas on 4, us on 2, Manor on 1, Sauber, McLaren and Renault are yet to score so far in this first season. So we'll see what that means, guys. I'm not looking forward to seeing the our aim for number 1 driver is going to be going well with this. But if you enjoyed the episode, guys, make sure to slap a like on this and subscribe if you're new around here for more regular F1 content, as we'll be back tomorrow for the second round of the championship, which is at Bahrain, which will be in 2 parts, with the qualifying being in 1 and the other one being the 50% race. But this will be very nice to see. Look at that, guys. Look at that. We've got ahead of Grosjean from that race, so definitely what we wanted. This I'm not looking forward to seeing, so we're going to just skip that. We're not going to bother about that. So we drop out of the purple. Definitely not what we want to see. So we have to get that back, guys, for the next round in Bahrain. So it's been a bit of a disappointing one for us, if I'm honest, on there. So I'm going to end the episode off there, guys. So thank you very much for watching this if you're watching it back. If you are here, guys, then make sure to stay for the giveaway competition, which will be happening in the next 5 minutes. So you need to stay for the word, which will be coming out soon. But until tomorrow, guys, for Bahrain, I'll let you guys know on Twitter for when I'm going to be streaming both events. So keep your eyes on Twitter. It'll be, all the links to my social medias will be in the description below. But most importantly, Twitter is on the top of the screen, which you can see as well. So until next time, guys, have a fantastic evening, morning, or afternoon, wherever you are, guys, for whatever you're doing. And I shall see you guys tomorrow for the next episode of our F1 2016 live career on YouTube. Until then, have a great day, guys, and see you soon. Take care.